Hi, my name's Kelly,
I'm Allie.
and today we'll be reviewing the book Columbine by Dave Cohen. A little bit about why we're doing this. We are both seniors in high school and are a part of the IB program. So within that program, we have to do something called CAS, which is Creativity, Activity, and Service. And we have to initiate one project by ourselves using one of those strands. So we're using the creative strand and doing a book review of a book of the month each month. So this month, starting in September, we're reviewing the book Columbine.
And we're reviewing these books because we came up with this idea because as long as we can remember, we both only read books we've had to read.
For middle school and high school, just English reading.
And so we wanted to read things that we didn't have to read. We wanted to expand our knowledge of different genres and different situations and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So now on to the book review part. Now that we have gotten all of that out of the way, our scoring system for all of these are going to be 5 stars. So 1 being not the best of books, and then 5 being the best book we've ever read in our life.
Personally, I'm gonna give this a 3.5, 4-ish.
I would say I kind of have to agree. I'm going 3.7 to 4. It was definitely a really good book.
Very heavy. There weren't any really parts where it was slow. It was always just boom, boom, boom. I couldn't finish the book.
Yeah. And I have a point about that we'll bring up later.
I got about a third of the way, halfway maybe, and I just I couldn't do it. There was so much information in so little. It was so much to comprehend. And on top of that, it was severely heavy information.
That we were reading.
It was gut-wrenching, some of it.
Yeah. So one of the first things that I did as when I read books, I'll always read what is known as the meat of the book, and then I'll go back through and I'll read the author's note and things like that. So this time I did the exact same thing and I read everything, and then I went back to the beginning and I read the dedication, which is something that I normally never read in a book. And after learning all the information that was provided in the book and then going back and reading the dedication, it was heart-wrenching.
It brought tears to our eyes.
The dedication is for Rachel, Danny, Dave, Cassie, Stephen, Corey, Kelly, Matthew, Daniel, Isaiah, John, Lauren, and Kyle. And for Patrick for giving me hope. And for those of you that don't know, those are
the names
of the students and staff that were killed in Columbine. For those of you that don't know, Columbine is one of the first mass school shootings in the United States. One of the first big ones that's televised and everything like that. So those were the names of the students and staff that were killed there, and just him saying for giving me hope and writing this book in general, that's just such a statement, and it means so much. Especially, I'm sure it means a lot to these people's families.
For raising awareness.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times, when stuff like this happens, it's the topic for a couple months and then it just moves on. There's new news, there's new stories, and then it happens again somewhere else. Same cycle just repeats and repeats.
Yeah. The next thing that I did after reading the entire book is I went back through and I read the author's note, and the author's note gave me kind of the nice confirmation that I wanted, that all of the information that was being provided in this book, because as you can tell, it is quite some information. It's a lot of information. He meticulously went through every single thing that he acquired before putting it in his book and fact-checked it to every extent possible, which I found very just I don't even know how to explain, just very
comforting.
That the information being provided is accurate, because he even explains it in the book in one part. I don't know where it is. Right here, it's on page 33 in the chapter Maximum Human Density. Such a lovely name. It's talking about how they would be wearing different outfits and stuff like that, and how he was saying each time they would change outfits, so they would take off the trench coat or something like that, that it would create a new shooter. So there was a lot of false information going around at the time of the shooting, just because number one, it's super recent, so like you're never gonna get the full picture just because no one knows what's happening entirely. And he goes more into depth towards the end of the book about how all of these false rumors and accusations affected not only the like people, but also like the families of the victims and things like that.
Yeah, overall, I do recommend this book if you're looking for like an informational read, but not if you're looking for a quick read.
Yeah.
It took a while to get through, and I didn't even finish.
I started this in August, and I did not finish it until the last day of September. It was very, very difficult to read, but I recommend that everyone reads it because
it's a story that needs to be heard.
It's a story that needs to be heard. It's something that everyone should know about. But it was also nice to, connect with like other people, like teachers and stuff, especially like a lot of them, if they weren't teachers at the time, they were students when this happened, so they have like their own personal stories, and I was really able to connect with my teachers while reading this book. So yeah, see you next month.